Hey everyone, we're going to do something a little different today. We're going to borescope a Benelli M4 barrel. It's not a new barrel. It's had a mixture of slugs and buckshot through it, 300 or 400 rounds. And so there's a little bit of fouling right there in the locking lug. You can see that. Slight bit of deformation of the locking lug, it looks like. A reason why you grease these well. This is a 14-inch barrel. Now we're easing into the chamber. These barrels are hammer forged and chrome lined. And even though we're, I guess, going over this with a fine-tooth comb, you can see that's actually pretty smooth. Like I say, we're on into the chamber at this point, of course, and we're coming up on the forcing cone. The forcing cone begins right here, and you can see the it looks like when I fired some copper-plated Federal slugs through here. A little bit of deposits. And the forcing cone is roughly ½ inch to an inch, I believe, in this gun. So we've transitioned into the bore at this point. It's a very shallow forcing cone. A lot of people will lengthen these forcing cones in an attempt to reduce recoil and improve patterns, with varying alleged results of success there. Anyway, it may be a short forcing cone, but it is relatively smooth, it looks like. Like I say, this is not a new barrel. I've shot it, and I've cleaned it as best I can within reason. Now we're transitioned fully into the bore here. You can mark that transition there, that faint line, where the slant of the forcing cone stops. And there transitions fully into the bore. And as you're aware, the Benelli M4 is a gas-operated or gas piston-operated weapon. It has 2 gas ports, and here's one of them. They're cut at an angle so as to not shear slugs or plastic wadding. So we're approaching from the breech side, and you can see that's a pretty crisp looking gas port there. We'll see if we can find our other one. It's a little bit more difficult than with an AR platform using a borescope, because I've got about a 3/4 inch diameter area that I'm trying to, there we go, there's another one. I'm trying to maneuver this in, and it makes it a bit tricky, but I'm trying to do my best for you. So I can get it closer. Anyway, that's the second gas port. I'm trying to focus it in, but bear with me. I don't know if I'm going to be able to. Oh, there we go. There we go. Not much fouling in there, as you can see. Pretty crisp. Continuing on down the bore, you can see fouling from those slugs. It's the copper deposits from them. Aside from the fouling, you can see it's a relatively smooth bore. Benelli does a very good job with their bores. Like I say, it's a hammer forged chrome lined barrel. And this one has a cylinder bore all the way through, so we don't see any constriction near the muzzle. Interestingly, these barrels are cut once they enter America. They're imported as 19 3/4 inch barrels with the front sight set back on the barrel to the proper position, and then they are cut once they reach America. They do a very good job of this. I don't know how they cut them, but you can see they've got a slight bevel, and it's a very clean cut. Like I say, this is difficult because this is a 3/4 inch bore, and I've got a very limited depth of focus on this borescope. I apologize. Like I say, you can see there the copper fouling from the slugs. That's the Federal deep penetrators that left that. But overall, I hope you can see it's a very, very smooth bore. Honestly, this bore is in line with some of the smoother rifle bores I've looked at as far as the rifling goes. Obviously, it's smooth, doesn't have lands or grooves. But anyway, kudos to Benelli for a premium product. And I hope you enjoyed this, I guess, somewhat novel bore scoping. Anyway, y'all be safe out there, have fun, and shoot stuff.